other inmates up all night. Hey!
Indeed.
Turn it down. I don't know what you did back in your asylum, but here at Arkham Asylum, it's way different rules, and we don't allow that. Turn it off right now.
Same old.
Lights
Same old.
out. Get no special treatment. You make us get the medicine again. That do you? Think so. 5 minutes.
I only need 10.
What was that voice crack? Yeah, I thought not.
Well, you heard me,
No
alright.
more, no less. Got it. Good.
Every asylum is the same. They never do understand, do they? Indeed they don't. Keep it down indeed. People never understand. And they never learn putting me in handcuffs. Which is never a good idea. That's way better. At least one of my hands is free. Now. My good friend, the Joker, is in this asylum with me. I'm not 100% sure where he is. Every asylum is the same, though, with the rules. No loud music, go to sleep on time. But they obviously haven't gotten my case. I always get what I want. Always. Yes, well, they won't even let me have a pencil and paper. Yet I stole this right out of Gotham, Arkham Asylum's dining area, where we go to eat. Which I'm surprised they even let me in there, but they do. Make me wear this blasted thing. I swear. I don't know what they're thinking. But every asylum is the same. Lecter, you're gonna keep them up all night. Lecter, go to sleep. Lecter, lights out. 5 minutes. No more, no less. Oh, yes. They couldn't keep me in the last asylum I was in. I doubt they can keep me in this one. There's this one fellow, as I said before, Joker, that is in here with me. I am bored out of my mind. There's nothing to do here. And they always seem to think they know what's best for me, what's best for the inmates. But they do not. How can they understand us when they are not, well, clear-minded like us? Many think they understand, but they do not. But that's beside the point. I'm completely bored out of my mind. My methods of killing are quite unusual and are not understood by anyone's deranged minds. In particular, my favorite approach is when they have you in straitjackets and they think you're all secure. But what they do not know is that there is many ways to kill somebody, even in a straitjacket. Sometimes they make a foolish attempt at keeping you locked up. Like one time, I was sitting there in my old asylum, and this card comes up to me and says, Lecter, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? And I said, what more can I do? I'm in a strain jacket. Well, he said he didn't like that answer very well. He said, enough with the wise cracks. What happened? I said, nothing happened, sir. I'm in a strain jacket. What more do you want from me? Well, he laughed and said, I'm just yanking your chain, Lecter. Of course I know what you're doing. Nothing, because you can't, because we put you in a strain jacket. And I said, yes, but you left the mask off me. And he said, oh, it's hardly needed when you're behind glass. I said, oh, Gerald, Gerald. You do not understand, do you? You do not understand who you're dealing with. He just looked at me and laughed and said, I know exactly who I'm dealing with, Lecter. I said, please, doctor, if you please. Well, he didn't like that. Came over to my cell, but what he did not know was they forgot to buckle up the back of my strain jacket. So he goes over there, he tries to get it off, tries to let me out. I rip off the bloody thing, grab him, and bite his face off. That is my favorite method of killing somebody, biting their face off, then laughing as they revel in pain. Then I'll turn on some beautiful music. Da, 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 da. Then watch them cry. Ooh, speaking of pain, I just thought of a brilliant way. Another method I use is psychiatry. As they're sitting there across the way from me, looking at me, I first grab them, kidnap them, and bring to an excluded area. Sorry, I'm trying to get this other handcuff off. Okay. Oh, that's better. Anyway, I bring them to an excluded area, and while they're there, I tie them up to a chair. Open their heads up so their brains are showing. Next, I crack open their skulls, pull back their skull caps to reveal their brains. Then grab a knife and cut off pieces of the brains and go into the kitchen and fry it up. Then as they're sitting there, not able to speak or say a word, I feed it to them. I said, how are you enjoying that? They said, rather good. Oh, you're such a great cook. I just laugh and laugh. Oh, really? Thank you very much indeed. So, I was just sitting there, eating their own brain. I can't help but think how ridiculously stupid they look to me. Another favorite one of mine is when You reach into somebody's chest through the rib cage. Find the heart. Grab it. Then pull it out. And as they watch you holding it in, it beats. Eat it in front of them. And they look at you like, what did that happen? Oh, I'm sorry. This talk of it is making me hungry. Can't get any good brain here. No, the best you get is meatloaf on Fridays. Let me see here. Well, I'm rather bored. What about you, my dear friend? I could go on forever about my methods of killing people. Let me think. Well, you know how in Alaska, Hawaii's a delicacy. Like candy. I have to agree. I once pulled out a man's eye and put it in my morning tea. That was the best tea of my entire life. Anywho, I look inside their sockets, and if they are still alive, I take 2 fingers, stick them into the skull, find their brain, then and watch their face go. Some rather find my sense of humor not liking. But I am not a normal serial killer. One time, this person tried to test me. A senator, I believe it was. He played games with me. Mental games. I said, don't test me, sir. You don't want to know what happens. He did. Well, I killed him. So the senator tried to test me. But I served his liver with a side of fava beans. A nice shanty. Oh, talking about this stuff is amusing, is it not, my dear friend? And quite recently, I've tried a new method of killing people. Call me sinister, call me what you will. But I did this. I went out on the town. Found a lovely little girl. I took her home with me. And this is how I got in this Arkham Asylum. Well, my old asylum, and got transferred here. I found her, and I cut her, and I drained her blood clear out of her veins into a tea maker and made a nice hot cup of tea. It was quite interesting watching her face turn pale. Indeed. Yes, well, I have many methods I prefer to use. Mostly I love to use psychiatry and get their brains. Or to get inside their brains and figure out what they're scared of the most. Then indeed you can freak them out. Find their skeletons in the deepest, darkest secrets. Play them like little puppets. Like I did with Carrie Starlight. She tried so desperately to hide everything from me. But I knew just what to do. My other cellmate, sister, he said I can smell your, well, I can smell your lower region. She rather did not think that was funny, but I thought it was. Knowing what he said, I asked her what he said in the prairies. She said, I can smell your lower region. I said, ah, well, I cannot. And then proceeded to tell her what she wore on a daily basis. Another one of my favorites that I did was every time I get put in an asylum, they have me put my hands behind my back when they come to check on me. And they handcuff it beyond the bars. Now, this one time, I was crafty enough to make a tool. And as they got in my cell, I mainly looked at them and said, mind the drawings, as I was enthralled by the music. And the music took me to a new place, and I could just forget about where I was, who I was, and be alone in peace with my own thoughts. They then put my supper down so they could come over and check on me. And as they did, they looked at me. I could hardly believe it. And as he moved the drawings away, I went back down to pick my supper up and put it on the table. I saw my upper moment and grabbed him. I had been working on my handcuffs the whole time. Got it loose, and then got him. Handcuffed him to the bars and bit his face. And sprayed pepper spray in the walls. Then I took his club and started whacking him repeatedly. Blood hit my face, and I remember the whole thing as if it were yesterday. Ah, yes, it was really good old days. But anyway, most killers prefer to stab their victims, or shoot them, or drown them, or hang them. But I think that is a waste of time, and it ruins the fun. But when you can get them, and you can get them just right. Why waste the body parts? Some call my methods bad. Some call it crazy. But they work nonetheless. Joker, you use a knife. And glass and other things. And blow up buildings. I haven't done it. My time is almost up, Joker. For you know that they're going to come and take us back to ourselves. But I enjoyed having a little chat together. It is quite boring in here. And sometime we will escape, for they cannot keep us here. They try and try, but it never works, does it? No, I should think not. They say I might get a visitor tomorrow. I think I know who it will be. And if it is goody goody, it'd be nice to see her again. Anyway, I've enjoyed our little chat together. I wish we could chat longer about the subject, for I could teach you many ways. My favorite things to eat are people's livers, hearts, brains, especially brains. That is the juiciest part. You might say my knowledge came from that. Oh, cheesy joke. I do apologize. But it is fun. Talk to you about this. We should talk way more when we get the chance. The next time we're allowed to see each other, my friend. Good luck with old Batsy, as you like to call him. And good luck with Arkham Asylum. Don't worry. We'll get out. We always do, don't we? Till next time, my dear friend. Cheers. Oh, and do stay the way you are. Don't let these idiots try to calm you down, as they say. Even with their shots of drugs, trying to get you down to their understanding, so they can understand. You better. But we all know they never will truly understand us. Till next time, probably. Till next time. Sleep well. Stay crazy. Fly. Blackbird. Fly. Tomorrow, I'm sure I'll have my own flight. Ta-ta.